So we got YNW Melly. If you haven't hit that notification bell, that like button, make sure that you do if you enjoy the content. So YNW Melly has been in jail for a minute. He's been, taking a lot of losses, but actually, I feel like the mistrial that he recently had, that everybody was, pretty much tuned in because it was the, YNW Melly trial. We thought it was gonna pretty much been over. But the crazy thing about it is Young Thug got caught up, and this is all while YNW Melly was in jail, sitting in jail, him and Gunna, and then to actually getting out, and that all happened. So that was, kind of crazy. And YNW Melly is still, been in jail, and that's kind of looking like he don't have the, right lawyers. They might be good, but not, good enough to where they, just poking a lot of holes in the prosecutor's argument. But this whole situation is, kind of crazy. This is his third time trying to get a pretrial release, and they end up recently denying it. And now I think he got a new court date all the way into like September the 10th. So he gotta wait for that. But basically, his team is just offering, stuff like house arrest, 24-hour, private security, GPS monitoring, and also like the record label is gonna basically pay for his bond. So he got everything kind of set up, but they just denying it. So hopefully he's able to get it somehow. But it's to the point where his mom ended up she was kind of fed up about the situation, and she's going to try to get Drew Fillin. I don't know if she actually locked it in or anything like that, but she said her next time she getting Drew Fillin, and Drew Fillin is the one that did Lil Durk. We're still doing Lil Durk case, and then he also did YB case, and we all know that YB has some crazy stuff going on. He even had guns while he was on house arrest, and he still is able to get out. And then plus he got the pardon from Trump. But it seemed like that's where you lean to if you have like a trouble when you're a rapper or entertainer to get Drew Fillin. And I feel like that's the better option. If he can't do it, then pretty much nobody can do it. But at this point I feel like they can poke a lot of holes in it, because if it was like that bad where they had all the evidence during the trial, they would have pretty much packed them up based off that. And that's the argument they saying, like all this stuff did happen. The crime was crazy, but there was no good evidence to show that. And I know a lot of people not tuned into YNW Melly, and that's because they either lost faith in YNW Melly, they either don't care, or they feel like they're waiting on the big headlines whether he's guilty or not. And I completely understand that, but I'm just giving people who do care like a little refresher in the middle of it until the big stuff happens, so they can know okay, this happened. So y'all let me know in the comment section how y'all feel about this. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll see you in the next video.